Now, in this section, we're going to do something that's a pretty common task that you're going to do in statistics, and we're going to do it with our calculator, and that is the topic of regression. Regression is a big fancy word, but basically what it means is that you have your data and you've plotted your data, which are just dots on your graph, right? That's data that you've collected out and taken a survey or something. And you can plot it, and with your eyes you're kind of looking at the plot to figure out what it roughly looks like. Is it a straight line? Is it a curve? What does it look like? That's what you're doing with your eyes. Well, regression takes the data and basically tries to see if it can sort of be represented by, for instance, a line. And if can a straight line be drawn through that data? And if so, what is the equation of that line? Because that's useful. If I can calculate an equation of a line that goes through my data, then I can maybe my data only goes up to day 10, but maybe I can use the line that I calculate to extrapolate even beyond the data that I calculated. It can be a useful tool to predict what's going to happen down the road because you've got the data, you calculate the line, and then you can use the line to predict. So that's the basic idea. But this calculator can do things very far beyond doing a simple line fitting through the data. You can do curve fits of different orders and other things like that. So let's start at the beginning. We'll go into the stat menu and edit our list. I'm not going to type anything new in because it really doesn't help us or illustrate anything more. We still have our XY data. This is the day of the month. This is the temperatures that we've recorded. And the first thing you want to do is plot it. So we've already done that in the last section. We can go to stat plot. We'll go ahead and hit enter here. Turn the plot on. It's already on scatter plot. The X values are from list 1 and the Y values we've selected list 2. And the tick mark is going to be a plus. So we go to the zoom menu. And let me actually tell you one thing. Before you do any of this regression stuff, do yourself a favor. Go in the mode menu and make sure you're in function mode. If you're in any of these other modes, then graphing these things won't work right. So once you've done that, go back to the stat menu. Double check that everything's in order. You're in the right guy here. You've got the tick marks correct. Everything's fine. Link to the proper list for X and Y. Go to the zoom menu, and to graph this guy, you got to hit zoom stat number 9. You hit that, and then this is the same plot that we got earlier. So nothing is